That could be a reversal candle. Actually, wow, it's the first open red-green candle on the board. Wow, look at that. Ooh, you see that, Red?
Yeah, I do see that.
That could be a reversal candle right there. And now we'll get our event. You know what? I'm making this as a top 5 pick as a trade for today. Also, it's 7:26 by 7:30. Let's go for it. Let's get the hype machine rolling. Event anticipation. People are going to want to get back into the stock before earnings Monday afternoon. That could be a reversal candle. Actually, wow, it's the first open red-green candle on the board. Wow, look at that. Ooh, you see that, Red?
Yeah, I do see that.
That could be a reversal candle right there. And now we'll get our event. You know what? I'm making this as a top 5 pick as a trade for today. Also, it's 7:26 by 7:30. Let's go for it. Let's get the hype machine rolling. Event anticipation. People are going to want to get back into the stock before earnings Monday afternoon. That could be a reversal candle. Actually, wow, it's the first open red-green candle. Okay, so you have an additional tailwind in RCAT as a defense stock, plus this event after the close. Yesterday, on that anticipation, we hit 562. I think this is a really good bet. I got some in pre-market, some trading shares on top of my core shares, because I'm anticipating a move even beyond this 510 ask here right now. All right.
Hitchcock can take it away.
I'll just leave this up for a few seconds.
I took it all the way at 550.
A few quick notes on the web while
I'm
we have
buying
this,
as much as I can.
slide up. So
all the way to 550.
again, we designed this in less than 5 months, and we delivered.
Look at this technical breakout. Do you see how beautiful this is, right? It's a little bit hard to see.
No, I see it. It's gorgeous right there. Look at that.
Okay, that's your target. 775. Okay, we're at 555, 559 now. Okay, so you have an additional tailwind in RCAT as a defense stock, plus this event after the close. Yesterday, on that anticipation, we hit 562. I think this is a really good bet. I got some in pre-market, some trading shares on top of my core shares, because I'm anticipating a move even beyond this 510 ask here right now. All right.
Hitchcock can take it away.
I'll just leave this up for a few seconds.
I took it all the way at 550.
A few quick notes on the web while
I'm
we have
buying
this,
as much as I can.
slide up. So
all the way to 550.
again, we designed this in less than 5 months, and we delivered.
Look at this technical breakout. Do you see how beautiful this is, right? It's a little bit hard to see.
No, I see it. It's gorgeous right there. Look at that.
Okay, that's your target. 775. Okay, we're at 555, 559 now. Okay, so you have an additional tailwind in RCAT as a defense stock, plus this event after the close. Yesterday, on that anticipation, we hit 562. I think this is a really good bet. I got some in pre-market, some trading shares on top of my core shares, because I'm anticipating a move even beyond this 510 ask here right now. All right.
Hitchcock can take it away.
I'll just leave this up for a few seconds.
I took it all the way at 550.
A few quick notes on the web while
I'm
we have
buying
this,
as much as I can.
slide up. So
all the way to 550.
again, we designed this in less than 5 months, and we delivered.
Look at this technical breakout. Do you see how beautiful this is, right? It's a little bit hard to see.
No, I see it. It's gorgeous right there. Look at that.
Okay, that's your target. 775. Okay, we're at 555, 559 now. open red-green candle on the board. Wow, look at that. Ooh, you see that, Red?
Yeah, I do see that.
That could be a reversal candle right there. And now we'll get our event. You know what? I'm making this as a top 5 pick as a trade for today. Also, it's 7:26 by 7:30. Let's go for it. Let's get the hype machine rolling. Event anticipation. People are going to want to get back into the stock before earnings Monday afternoon. That could be a reversal candle. Actually, wow. It's the first open red-green candle on the board. Wow, look at that. Ooh, you see that, Red?
Yeah, I do see that.
That could be a reversal candle right there. And now we'll get our event. You know what? I'm making this as a top 5 pick as a trade for today. Also, it's 7:26 by 7:30. Let's go for it. Let's get the hype machine rolling. Event anticipation. People are going to want to get back into the stock before earnings Monday afternoon.
Guys, listen, I'm getting validation on social media. From the likes of Dan Ives, Jim Cramer, who is not a good indicator, but when you have Dan Ives and Jim Cramer agreeing, basically saying everything I was saying from the morning show, we're talking about $926 billion company. Dan Ives is like, this is a $1.5 billion company. Automation is going to be fast-tracked. In terms of federal regulations and stuff. Take a look at this. I'm looking at, let's pull back to the weekly chart. If you go to the daily, you're like, oh, it's so scary, you got a gap here, oh my god, right. Okay, well, you can look, first of all, even on the daily, we're so close to that 299, it's going to test it soon. And then right after that, this is the magnet right there at 314.67. So your target's 300 to 314, 300 to 315, let's call it. But if you don't want to be scared of the gap, pull up a weekly chart, okay? When you put up a weekly chart, just look at this and think about how important this catalyst is. This is an inflection catalyst. This means this is a catalyst when 5 years from now, you look back at the stock and you look at the chart, you can identify a point in time, right? How important is it that Trump is elected and Elon Musk is at his side and basically put him in office, right? How important is that to the company? Obviously, it's hugely important. How big should that candle be? How big should that inflection be when you look back in this chart in time from the future, right? And when you look at the weekly chart, hey, we haven't even gotten started. This 15% move is nothing. It's a blip. You haven't even missed it yet. So when can we see this like really peak out? Or I don't want to say peak out, but when is this thing going to capitulate to the upside, at least temporarily? Guess when that's going to be? I think it's pretty clear. January 20th. There's going to be a lot of hype building into that. Most of the run's probably going to happen well before that. November, December. Maybe you see this thing have that capitulation high, towards Inauguration Day, right after Inauguration. Everything's going to be baked in by then. So again, look at these weekly candles. How big should these weekly candles be to represent this monumental thing that's really going to impact fundamentals for Tesla? I mean, look, this 299 to 315, that's like very short term. That could be tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow or Friday or Monday, might very well be tomorrow, 300 to 315. If you want to talk about a game-changing inflection for the company, you got to think this thing has got to be maybe somewhere between 380 and the all-time high by Inauguration Day. All right, or at least 360 to 415 by Inauguration Day. That's my target. This is the opportunity. That's the analysis.
So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You saw, probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, calling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after, in that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla, oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus, let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs said. All right, to me, the people focus on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get an all-time highs because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385. Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So Tesla, we said the 2 levels, 365, then 385. Those are the 2 levels we gave you. Said we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Look, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently, we've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal to inauguration date, you're kind of talking about within 2 to 3 weeks, either side of inauguration is when we get the new all-time highs on Tesla. So Tesla going to be a top 5 pick again today with this breakout, 385, your next target. I would not be surprised, one of these days, could be today, to see UMAC up like 80%, you know, like something like PDYN at 130%. Wouldn't be surprised. So took a bet on UMAC this morning. I got to tell you, there's a possibility UMAC does something crazy like this over the next couple days. All right. I think there's a high chance, very high chance we'll see 960 again today. Good chance we'll see over 10, and definitely a possibility this thing does $10, $15, $20 over the next few days. So UMAC, all right, got to make that, even now at these prices, up 45%, got to make it the #1 pick of the day. I have to tell you, as I'm thinking about it, as I'm talking about this out loud with you guys, you know, I think I got to buy some long-term shares here. I think I do. I only have exposure now in my trade account. I'm going to do it right now on the air. All right. UMAC, even though, okay, I'm going to buy it high, get it, but that's okay. All right. We're going to buy some more shares here, but this time it's going into my long-term account. I was in Mara this morning. I sold Mara to buy more UMAC, and that's looking to be the right decision. I don't think you're going to find anything better than UMAC today, even at this price right here, Brett. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I know. Look at it. They could have bought into, and they'd already be making money this morning. So.
Oh my God. I'm still underweight. I'm still under. I mean, because it's such a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer. 45 million. I'm like, $45 million market cap. Well, before the 65% move. And Donald Trump Jr., I'm like, I should be all in. Honestly, let me see if I should buy more somewhere. That could be a reversal candle. Actually, wow. It's the first open red-green candle on the board. Wow, look at that. Ooh. You see that, Red?
Yeah, I do see that.
That could be a reversal candle right there. And now we'll get our event. You know what? I'm making this as a top 5 pick as a trade for today. Also, it's 726 by 730. Let's go for it. Let's get the hype machine rolling. Event anticipation. People are going to want to get back into the stock before earnings Monday afternoon. That could be a reversal candle. Actually, wow. It's the first open red-green candle on the board. Wow, look at that. Ooh. You see that, Red?
Yeah, I do see that.
That could be a reversal candle right there. And now we'll get our event. You know what? I'm making this as a top 5 pick as a trade for today. Also, it's 726 by 730. Let's go for it. Let's get the hype machine rolling. Event anticipation. People are going to want to get back into the stock before earnings Monday afternoon. So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, calling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after, in that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla. Oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus. Let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs said. All right, to me, the people focus on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get all-time highs because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385. Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So Tesla, we said the 2 levels, 365, then 385. Those are the 2 levels we gave you. Then we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Look, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently, we've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal, sorry for that loop. We got to take care of that. All right. Good morning, guys. It is Monday, December 16th, and what a glorious morning it is. Rhett, how you doing?
Morning, Ben. How's it going?
Doing awesome. There's just so much good news on a lot of my core stocks, man. We're going to get to RCAT in just a second. Air, one of my core holdings. Look at that. Look at that beautiful chart. We'll talk about that in just a second. First, let's just quickly look at the macro situation as we head towards the end of the year. Let's take a look here at our risk on, which is RK. A little bit of trouble, a little bit of volatility in risk assets since RK hit that 200-week moving average. Let's take a look at IWM on the daily. Certainly a lot of risk here. Look, we're only up 0.13% this morning. I think there's a lot of risk here. IWM is going to hit that 50 DMA at 229.57. So perhaps buckle up unless you're in some of our stocks that are going to outperform the market. Let's take a look at QQQ and SPY. QQQ looking good. It seems like, you know what, I'm kind of seeing, maybe unfortunately we'll see, but I'm seeing maybe a rotation out of the small caps back into the large caps with some inflation data lately that's been a little bit hot. So that's a theme we have to watch out for. So careful with that. All right. As far as ER goes, we have RCAT after the close. We have OPTT after the close. We have MU later this week. Oh, MU's up 3% this morning. I wonder if there was news or that's just people getting in ahead of the earnings report. But I do like MU a lot. I don't think I have a position. That's something I got to establish before the earnings report. All right. Now we go to our stocks. We got to start with Tesla, and we'll get to RCAT and Air, I promise. But Tesla, I've upgraded my target. After election day, we gave you a target of 415. So after we broke that 415, I upgraded that target to 450 to 500. Dan Ives, just a few steps behind me, comes in this weekend with an upgraded price target. I think he said of like 525 or something, but his bull case is up near 625, something like that. He kind of teased that last week when he said $2 trillion valuation for Tesla, which gets you to about 625, but he just officially increased those price targets over the weekend. So Tesla's still my largest position. I have not sold any, but I got to be honest with you, at the moment right now, maybe RCAT's my largest position because I went hog wild in pre-market on trading shares. All right. So before I dig into RCAT, I just have to say, man, we called the bottom in these drone stocks, the whole sector. So, and the catalyst was, I think we called it right here, maybe a couple days early, December 10th. We're like, let's get back in these drone stocks. RCAT's bouncing off the 20 DMA. Earnings coming tonight. That's going to lift the whole sector. Take a look at how the drone stocks have done since. Look at this. RCAT took a couple days for that earnings anticipation to start on Friday, or could it be that news leaked about this Palantir? I wonder, because Paladine, the AI company that supposedly, has some sort of partnership with RCAT, who was really weak on Friday while every single other drone stock was up. Did somebody know something? Maybe. I got to say maybe, because that was suspicious that Paladine was the only one that didn't bounce off the 20 DMA. And look at it this morning, down 9% as RCAT partners with Palantir. But we called the bottoms in all of these. In UMAC, we gave you the buy alert when we broke $10 on Friday, now $12.28. OPTT, we gave you the buy alert here at the 20 DMA, also ahead of earnings today. I had to sell OPTT and UMAC. I'll tell you why. I needed the capital, all right, for what this morning. We'll get to in a second. But even MOB, I shaved off a little bit. This was my largest position coming into today. Man, did we ever call this one? We found this one at 250. It's up near 360 this morning. I still think this thing can go to $4 to $6 maybe very soon. All right, it is the most undervalued drone stock on the market. But, however, I had to take some off the table this morning on MOB. Have to take some off the table on OPTT this morning, because we just had amazing news on RCAT and AIR. We gave the alerts to our community early. You can see here, RCAT right here. This is when the Palantir news came out, about $9.10 at 6:30 this morning, I guess it was. Something like that. I believe that's when it was. So RCAT making a move from that area yesterday morning. We told you 1030 is the next resistance level in RCAT. Look at that, hit 1040 and pulled back. But I have been buying this, man. I bought in here. Thankfully, I didn't buy at 10, but I bought the dip. I bought multiple dips here this morning. RCAT's my largest trade position this morning. They're going to be on, or someone from RCAT or someone from Palantir, who is it, Rhett, is going to be on Fox at like 10:15 or 10:20. Did you see that note?
Oh yeah, I believe it's either 10 or 10:15. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah,
what
I don't know exactly who it is, but this RCAT Palantir relationship will be discussed on Fox or Fox Business around 10:15. So yeah, this news is huge in my opinion, and 1030 is a resistance level. If you break 1030, you could possibly see 12 plus
1050
today. What's 1050?
1050s, they're going to be on Fox. Is going to be RCAT.
Oh, okay. So yeah, resistance level, I got 1030, and then if you break that 12, I think that's possible today. I really do. We teased this out. I don't know if the video is ready, Rhett, but we interviewed the CEO of RCAT a couple weeks ago, and I asked him about Palantir. So we had a suspicion this may have been coming. So we'll have that clip later. We've been ahead of the curve on all of these drone stocks, the whole year. It's been unbelievable. We're in things like the day before they explode. We're in UMAC the day before it exploded because we're connected, man. We're talking about UMAC to the RCAT CEO the day before it exploded. All right, we got this Palantir inkling that was a possibility because we were speaking to the CEO of RCAT. We spoke to the CEO of UMAC and got some more insights into that. All right, I'm working to speak with. So we are really totally connected. There was one drone stock I missed, though. ONDS. And you know what? I don't really regret it. It's up 8% this morning. Our stocks are doing better. So this one, everyone's pumped up about because of the anti-drone technology. But, look, I'll just give you the technical targets. 198 to 375, even 4. Roughly $2 to $4 is possible in ONDS, but I'm not playing it because with the work we've done with the Godfather in our community, we think they got some issues with their capital structure, some toxic financing, plus their product's not even ready. It's not being sold. I mean, that's a lot different than what we have going on with RCAT. So higher quality one is RCAT. Maybe you get a bigger percentage in things like ONDS, but the better risk reward is going to be in these RCAT and MOB. Even an OPTT, I think, might be in a better shape than ONDS. Anyway, so yes, on Friday, our two top picks were RCAT for the day. RCAT was up 14.46%. And ACHR was up 17%. We gave you 2 picks. They both killed it. So what are the picks going to be today? So gave you this RCAT news. Air, a core holding of mine. I increased my core holdings this morning, and I've been trading a little bit on this this morning. They come out $10 million for an AI customer for AI semiconductor testing. This is what we've all been waiting for, everybody. So let's dig into this here. Multiple high power Fox XP wafer level test and burn-in systems. I think in here we go. Within 90 days, the first system scheduled to ship immediately, and completion of the shipments within 90 days. Wow, that's huge. That's exciting. We had Air slated for stock to buy, potentially by next week. We're going to have a special episode for our VIP members on Zoom. Probably at this one, it's going to be next Sunday night at 8 p.m. to go over stocks that are candidates for the January effect. All right, January effect are companies that have performed poorly in the prior year and maybe artificially being held down even more in the month of December due to tax loss selling, and then because of a number of different factors, you get a January effect. You get a positive January in those stocks. So Air was on the list for that. Now, I already owned Air coming into today. No trade shares, just a long-term position. But on this news, I added to my long-term tranche, and I'm in some trade shares right here. Let's look at the technicals really quick on Air. You know, you really got to look at the weekly view, I think, because this is like one of those inflection catalysts, especially because it was moving into a period, right? This January effect, which we thought it would do well. If you look at the daily, you see 1322 resistance, but we're above it. And then you have to deal with this whole area, potentially all the way up to 17. You get a better look here if you move to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, this becomes really crystal clear. Weekly chart 1390, that's more appropriate. That's where we're really battling right now this morning. We went over and back under it this morning, but 1390, that's the level here. And then this is your target space right up into here of, wow, you know, potentially up to 18, maybe this week, maybe, you know, but I was looking for a January effect of this thing from like $15 to $18, maybe $21 in January, something like that. So this is the playground I think Air is going to be playing in over the next few weeks. So 1380 maybe becomes support, 1390 maybe becomes support. And then you have targets of like 15 and 18 and 21. So that's going to be interesting on Air, both for today and also for a swing and a long-term investment. So that's RCAT and Air. All right. Air, someone asking, is still a good tax loss pickup or too late after? Yeah, I just covered that. All right. Okay. Now, Honeywell. You know, I just picked up some calls on this last week, along with a couple of people in our community for 2 weeks. Now, I don't usually trade like this. I'm not a flow trader, but I see the alerts. I see people who do things based on options flow. But it wasn't only that. You know, there was some options flow in Honeywell, and it was like, I don't know, January 17th, 240 or something like that. But also, there was some talk that after the Google came out with their quantum update on that chip, there was some talk that Honeywell is actually ahead of Google on that. And I missed the whole quantum. I missed all the quantum moves, right? So that's why I said, let me try some Honeywell. Now, this morning, I explained in our community that this pop-up had to do with not to do with quantum, but had to do with Elliott Management taking a significant stake and encouraging the company to break up to unlock value. And there was an update on that this morning from Honeywell. Basically, Honeywell, so the aerospace business, spin out the aerospace business. Honeywell comes out and saying, yep, we have made significant progress towards doing this, and that's the update. Now, when this first came out, we hit 242 almost on Honeywell. This morning, let's move to you got some resistance at 234, a little bit of sky blue after 234, 241 level, but we're back below 234 this morning. This morning, at one point, we're above that 234 level, but Honeywell, something... I don't know if I'm going to trade it today. I already own some options. I think I'm just going to hold on to those options and see what happens. And, you know, hopefully we break 234. And on the way up, I'll start taking some off the table. So that's the update on Honeywell. So RCAT, Air, huge news. Tesla, you know how I feel about that. I don't know how quickly these targets will come, but I would not be surprised if it happens quickly. All-time new highs. You got shorts covering and stuff. So 450 to 500, who knows? All right, no longer placing bets on this in terms of top picks of the day. We're just holding on tight as a long-term investment. All right. Let's see. You have all these drone stocks going up. All right, I have to mention Mind and then maybe Snow. Let's dig in here. All right, Mind, at this point, a big holding of mine in my long-term position and my trade account. This is an ER re-rating play, which got the blessing as well from the Godfather on this. I mean, this thing looks really cheap after the earnings last week. And targets I gave you, I believe must have been 7 to 10 roughly, or 7 to 950 are the targets I gave you on Mind. All right, so 6 by 640 today. I may take some off the table today because I want more capital to be trading Air and RCAT. Okay, so I didn't really sell. Maybe I sold a little tiny sliver of Mind this morning, but mostly I was taking profits on OPTT and Mob, both up about 7% to raise some capital for RCAT and Air this morning. All right, I'm going to take a break there. Rhett, what's on your mind?
Yeah, sounds good. I like Square right now, where it's bouncing off this 20-day moving average right there. If you look on the daily chart, it's pulled back a little bit, but I still think 110 is still in play for this one.
Yeah, I'm still in call options on this. So you've been all over this year. Actually, I'm in common shares and call options on this. Not my trade account, but like in my longer term account. I got like January something or other call options. So you've been all over that. Good call on Square.
And then there was a few others. I think it was Mara.
Oh yeah, Bitcoin pulled back a little bit. Man, we called this breakout to all-time new highs within a couple of hours yesterday, which we seem to often do. But you know, I'm not really trading the Bitcoin ones other than my long-term position in Bitcoin ETFs, and I think I have DEFTF. That's how I'm playing it personally. So the crypto
Sounds good.
So all right, out of the top picks today, Rhett, RCAT, Air. Let me just say the little bit of news on Snowflake. There was an upgrade this morning on Snowflake. Jefferies going to 200 from 180. Had really good earnings. People I really trust and know the sector. Really like Snowflake here as an up-and-coming AI leader. So I added Snow after the earnings report to my long-term account. Look at this bounce off of the 20 DMA plus this upgrade from Jefferies. Snow could be in play today. In fact, let's throw a big cap up there. Let's put a top 5 big cap Snow up in that list today.
Yeah, I like that play a lot, Ben.
Okay. So now between RCAT and Air is looking really good, man, in pre-market today. Look at that. That's a beautiful looking chart. Even a little prettier than RCAT. So between RCAT, Air, Snow, you know what? Like, I'm not sure that I'm swinging. MOB, I'm still swinging. Mind, I'm still swinging. I have a long-term core position in MOB at this point, right? But it's just, to me, the news in RCAT and Air are so much better than these other ones. I'm thinking of just having a short list today of like RCAT, Air, Snow, and maybe that's it. I don't know. What do you like out of these 5 or 6 stocks here, Red?
No, I completely agree with you, Ben. I would honestly say that Air would probably be my number 1 pick of the day today over RCAT.
Why is that? Why is that?
Just with the news and everything. I mean, the news is still pretty.
Wait. You like that AI $10 million order over the Palantir partnership?
I do, personally.
Why?
Yeah. I just think there's going to be like more hype around that than there is going to be the Palantir and RCAT.
Is that kind of because of the chart? Because Air's been dead and it has to catch up? Is that?
That's one of the reasons. And the other reason, too, is, I mean, we're still in this like AI crazy like market right now that people are all over all this stuff. So
okay, all right, but Palantir's AI, right? This RCAT Palantir deal, that's AI. And of course, Palantir, by the way, gapping up this morning because of inclusions in the Nasdaq 100, along with Axon and what was the other one? MicroStrategy.
Yep.
Oh wait, Palantir is down 1.2%. Whoa. And Axon up just a little bit. So inclusions in the Nasdaq 100, they got big gaps, but they're selling off this morning. What is going? Let me just check the major indices real quick. What do we got? Flat, up a little bit, flat. I don't know. All right, good thing I'm not playing those. Okay. All right. So, Air, I got to tell you, pre-market, the chart does look kind of nicer in Air than RCAT. So, RCAT, Air, top two, then Snow. How about that? But what order? You like Air over RCAT? Man, I don't know that I could do that. I don't know that I could do that here today. You can't go wrong. This chart does look better, I got to say.
Yeah, but I mean, they are still the top picks of the day, so whatever people prefer, they can play those. We can leave it as RCAT, Air, Snow. I like those.
I'm going to leave it at RCAT, Air,
options.
Snow, just because we've got ongoing catalyst with RCAT today. Also, we got that 10:50 a.m. on Fox. We have the earnings after the close. So RCAT and Air, top two picks. We'll throw in a Snow in there. We'll watch Honeywell. I love Mind for a swing. I will continue to love Mob for a swing. I continue to love Tesla long-term. OPTT may be interesting intraday opportunities into earnings this afternoon. So that's going to be interesting. UMAC, you know what? You know, we called that bottom, the reversal $10 on Friday, but I just had to go the higher quality names. But who knows? UMAC, let me just do the technicals for you on UMAC really quickly. See what we got. Ooh, we got this gap in here. What is that? That's 1167. It's above that. Then we got this gap over here, 1331. Maybe that's your target for today, 1331. What was the pre-market high? 1290, it looks like. It hit 1350 in the early hours here at 4 a.m. So that's going to be your resistance, 1331 on UMAC. And your support, well, definitely $10 is going to be a big support. I don't know that you get back to $10 today. Right here. What's the top of this candle? 1138. 1138. Let's call that your support level on UMAC. So lots of exciting things going on today. Let me actually just bring a little more attention to ONDS. We'll throw that closer to the top of our list. Oh, I'm out of positions. I can't even I got to delete stuff. I'm at 500 stocks in our watch list. All right. So in any case, I'm not changing this. RCAT number 1, Air number 2, Snowflake number 3, and we're watching all that other stuff. All right. So if you want to get in first on all these ideas and be part of all the discussions, weekend discussions, Sunday night discussions, we got next Sunday night our Zoom as well. All right. You join us where? And do we have a price special, Brett?
Yeah. So let me put it up right now so they can join. Using code profits. There's so many of these things up here. There we go. Awesome.
What's that? All right. See it running across the bottom. Join our Discord today, storytrading.com/Discord. Use code profits. What do they get for that?
So they can get $9.99 for the first month, and then they can lock in at $59 a month after that. And then come January 1st, the prices are going to increase to $79 a month. So lock in now while you still have a chance to save an extra $20 a month. It's well worth it.
Awesome. That's for our basic plan, which you get everything you get in the VIP plan, except you can't chat directly with us, but you can see all of the conversations and all of the content. We just ran out of space in the direct chatting with people because Godfather and I were getting overwhelmed with all the new VIP members, but you'll get all of the content for just $59.95. No, $9.99 for the first month, and then $59.95 before we.
But another thing to bounce off that, Ben, too, is you guys still will have your own channel to communicate with each other.
You'll have your own chat room too, and we'll maybe step in and throw in a comment every once in a while in that basic chat room as well. All right, guys, good luck today. We'll see you in our Discord. Take care.
Have a good one.
Hey, Ray.